Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now the recipe that I'm sharing with you all today is the recipe for kheer, which is also known as traditional rice pudding. This is cardamom infused and it's so creamy and rich, you're going to love this. I'm going to run through the ingredients quickly and then we'll start cooking. So the ingredients you're going to need are 1 cup of rice, which is the normal standard basmati rice that I use at home to cook with, which I've washed and soaked for 2 hours. I've got 6 cups of whole milk here using the standard mug measurement that I use. I've got 1 glass of boiled water. I've got 1 cup of sugar, and I've got the following ingredients for garnishing purposes. I've got chopped pistachios, I've got chopped almonds, and I've also got desiccated coconut and 4 green cardamoms, which I've cracked at the top. So let's start cooking. Just another tip to remember for when you're making desi desserts is always use a wooden spoon, which is just used for desserts only. So if you can look here, I normally use this spoon here for my curries, and it's kind of like yellow with the use of turmeric and stuff, and that one's just my dessert spoon. So always keep a spoon separate because you don't want any of that flavour or colour transferring into a milk dessert especially. So that's just a tip to remember. So I've just turned the heat on the pot that we're using, and I'm going to add the glass of boiling water to this now and throw in my green cardamoms into this now, and I'm going to add my washed rice into this as well now. Now the reason why we do this, especially, well, my mum and my grandma used to do this, is to prevent the rice sticking at the bottom. It's quite easy if you transfer it straight into the pot and start cooking it with the milk. It kind of does that. And this is the reason why my mum and grandma used to sort of like boil the rice first a little in a bit of water and then add the milk into this to prevent that from happening, so it doesn't stick. So we're just going to wait for that to come to the boil and cook a little, and then we can add the milk straight into that. So now you can see that the rice is half cooked more or less. So it breaks in half. We can add the milk straight into this. And just stir that. And the most important thing about making kheer, especially when you've added the milk into this, is to keep stirring it until it comes to the boil, because that'll prevent the rice from sticking at the bottom. Right guys, this has come to the boil now, so you can see that bubbling away. Maybe not, because it doesn't want to. No, there you go, you can see the bubbles. I've reduced the heat down as well, and I'm going to cook this now on a low to medium heat, and I'm going to cook this for about 30 minutes roughly until the rice breaks down, and I'm constantly going to be stirring this because that's what's going to break the rice down to make the kheer. And keep stirring this, and after 30 minutes we're going to end up with the most creamiest kheer ever, and I'll show you how that looks in 30. Now at this stage, if you can see, the milk is really nice and thick and creamy, and the rice is almost completely broken down into bits. I'm going to add the sugar into this. So straight in with that. And then just gently stir that in. And when you add the sugar into this now, it's going to loosen the whole mixture up, so it'll just feel as if it's just become really, really runny, and it has. So we're going to cook this again and bring it back to the boil and just cook it for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then it should be ready. Right, so that's done now. I've turned the heat off and I'm just going to stir it until it kind of like stops bubbling. And it's all in all, it's taken about just over an hour to make. So that's not really that bad. So it's nice and thick and creamy. The milk's cooked down, and that's how the rice looks. So it's broken down. Now, I can't tuck into this straight away and tell you exactly how it is because it's piping hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer it from this pot, because it's obviously been cooked in this, it's piping hot, into a container, and I'm going to let that cool down for about an hour and then pop it into the fridge for at least 4 to 6 hours, or preferably overnight, and let that chill. And then I'm going to tuck into this and show you exactly how it is. Right guys, my kheer has had time to cool down completely, and I've transferred it into a serving bowl as well. So how pretty does that look? Now, before I actually put it into this, I actually went in and dished out all of the green cardamom pods, because there's nothing worse than biting into one when you're actually enjoying spoonfuls of this kheer. Now I'm going to tuck into a portion which I've got in this bowl for myself and tell you exactly how it tastes. Wow. This is so good. Creamy goodness. It's the most yummiest, creamiest dessert ever. Perfect. The consistency is perfect. The sugar is spot on. The green cardamoms, you can taste that in the milk because it's infused that flavour. Beautiful. And the nuts on top, oh my god, they just complete the dish. Guys, if you love kheer, do try the recipe out. It's really simple and easy to make with a few ingredients, and you're going to have the best dessert ever. If you found the video helpful, guys, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please feel free to do that also, and hit that bell button to be notified of any updates. I'm going to catch you with another video very soon. Till then, take care and happy eating.